Hello. Oh boy, guess what? Guess what? You should all be proud of me. I woke up at 8 a.m. and I actually got up and existed as a human. Awful. Terrible. Worst decision ever. I don't know why anybody does this. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you people. Alright. Kelsey Grammer. You guys know who Kelsey Grammer is? He is the Frasier actor. He played Beast in X-Men, you know, big blue hairy guy. Yeah, that's Frasier. Kelsey Grammer. Apparently he thinks Trump makes great president. Um Grammar notwithstanding. Let's take a look to see what he said. This is from May 3rd. This came across. I don't know. This came across my blue sky, and I was like, "The f is this?" So, Frasier star and noted Republican Kelsey Grammer has explained why he likes Donald Trump. And I feel like it's fun to listen to MAGA people try to explain why Trump is doing good things or why they like Trump, because it's always like pure cope and insanity. And so it's like it's never like good. It's never good reasoning. It's never like logical. It's all just like vibes. And like the vibes are racism. So I figured like we could have some fun and take a look at this. Oh, I did want to say before we get into this one, we need to hold on. Wait, hold on. We need to talk about this real quick. We talked about this yesterday, right? We talked about France, Britain, and Canada putting pressure on Israel to finally do something about the genocide, the Palestinian genocide, right? Okay, so well, Netanyahu got mad about it. Cry harder, loser. Netanyahu blasts Starmer, Macron, and Carney over Israel's sanction threat. Western criticism grows over Israel's military assault on Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu furiously lashed out at the leaders of France, the UK, and Canada after they threatened, quote, targeted sanctions over Israel's renewed military offensive in Gaza. The British, French, and Canadian heads of government decried in a joint statement on Monday the, quote, intolerable, unquote, humanitarian situation in the besieged coastal enclave, and called on Israel to halt its new intensified campaign, which comes after a months-long blockade and has involved a fresh wave of ground assault and airstrikes. Quote, Israel suffered a heinous attack on October 7th. We have always supported Israel's right to defend Israelis against terrorism, but this escalation is wholly disproportionate, the three leaders wrote. We will not stand by while the Netanyahu government pursues these egregious actions. If Israel does not cease the renewed military assault and lift its restriction on the humanitarian aid, we will take further concrete actions in response, they added, and end quote, they added. The rare joint intervention. I really do not think we're going to see this being rare anymore. I foresee seeing Canada, France, and Britain very much skipping down the lane, holding hands all together now for a little while. Not that they haven't been allies for a long period of time, but like since Canada's inception as being Canada, basically they've basically been allies of some to some varying degrees, and it's not like they haven't done things together many a times. But I think the rare part about this is usually it's America leading this. Like America would release a joint statement, and America would be da 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 da. But we're not seeing that because America is isolating itself. America is turning inward. And so they're calling this rare, but I don't think it's as rare as they think it. The rare thing is that America's not involved. Hello, welcome. The coalition of the willing is likely to be more and more vocal as America just goes more batshit? Yeah, basically, yes. The rare joint intervention by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney earned a sharp rebuke, ooh, scary, from Netanyahu, who hit out at the three leaders in a statement on his own late Monday. Quote, by asking Israel to end a defensive war for our survival before Hamas terrorists on our border are destroyed, and by demanding a Palestinian state, the leaders in London, Ottawa, and that's not how you spell Ottawa, and Paris are offering a huge prize for the genocidal attack on Israel on October 7th, while inviting more such atrocities, Netanyahu wrote on social media. Bibi lying and spinning a narrative to try to represent the scenario to make it seem like, no, you, it's just Darvo. Israel accepts President Trump's vision. Israel accepts President Trump's vision and urges all European leaders to do the same, he added, apparently referring to the US leaders' proposal to take over Gaza. Okay, listen, I had to see it, and I'm gonna make you see it, because fuck you, that's why. Look at this absolute piece of fucking trash. Look at this nonsense. It's so bad.
Donald's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear.
I want to find one that's, like, not got, like, pop-up video on top of it. Like, is there one that just has, like, just the video? Oh, yeah, here it is.
Donald's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here.
Man, why do none of these have the fuck? They all got fucking shitty ass text on top. I just want the regular video. Why you guys gotta be like that? Come on. Trump AI Gaza video. Like, it's so bad. Do any of these just not have any fucking text over it? They all have shitty text? What the fuck? It's because nobody wants to actually fucking watch it. Okay, maybe this one. Now, this is gonna get muted later for people in the fucking future watching it because it's probably gonna get struck, but whatever.
Donald's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, Charlie's girl is 100% correct. Hot garbage. Complete hot garbage. Not only is it bad AI, is it bad AI vocals, is it bad, like, AI generated everything. Like, it's so, this is an insult to hot garbage. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. So basically, this is what Netanyahu is like. We agree with Trump's vision. Oh yeah? Do ya now? Okay. Fucking Christ. Oh god, who let Shadversity make an AI video for the Trump administration? Man, I don't know. Quote, Israel accepts President Trump's vision and urges all European leaders to do the same. Well, you know, Canada's not really a European leader, but sure. He added, apparently referring to the U.S. leader's proposal to take over Gaza, expel its resident Palestinian population, and redevelop it. The plan has been roundly dismissed by Middle Eastern and European countries and the United Nations, which warned against, quote, any form of ethnic cleansing, but was quickly embraced by Netanyahu. Yeah, oh wow, I'm just shocking. Truly, could you believe it? The British-French-Canadian declaration reflects an overall souring in the attitudes of Israel's Western allies towards its grinded military offensive in Gaza, which it launched after Hamas's 07-2023 cross-border raid killed 1,200 Israelis. Macron publicly feuded with Netanyahu last year after calling for a halt to arms deliveries to Israel, and again last month when he floated French recognition of a Palestinian state. The Netherlands also recently called on the EU to review its partnership with Israel over the disastrous humanitarian situation in Gaza, where more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed and hundreds of thousands pushed towards starvation and disease by Israel's military assault. France cracked up the pressure Tuesday, announcing that it was in favor of the Dutch proposal to review the EU association agreement with Israel. Quote, I call on the European Commission to take a look at this agreement, said French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The T's probably silent. Quote, the agreement has a political dimension and also a trade one. It's in nobody's interest to end it, but the situation in Gaza forces us to increase the pressure, he said on French radio. So yeah, that's the update of what we talked about yesterday, but, you know, Yahoo! Fuck, dude. What a fucking asshole. Again, I would like to remind you that Netanyahu is currently under an arrest warrant for war crimes. By the way. Anyway, what were we talking about? Okay. Frasier. Right, Frasier's MAGA. So yeah, Kelsey Grammer's MAGA. So let's read this one out. Let's talk about this now. Let's actually talk about what we're supposed to hear to talk about today. Frasier star and noted Republican Kelsey Grammer has explained why he likes Trump. Although insisting he isn't a big government guy, Grammer is one of the few outspoken conservatives in Hollywood. Really? I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of people that claim that. Like Kevin Sorbo claims that. So I don't know how true that is. That's just something that everybody seems to say and just accept that that's true. I'm not convinced. Hollywood doesn't seem terribly liberal to me, but I mean, I'm Canadian, so maybe I don't, I don't know. And previously, he said he doesn't have a lot of problems with the president's controversial policies. In a new interview, Grammer has reiterated his support for Trump and shared the reason why he likes him. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Quote, it's great to have somebody who actually means what they say, he told the Times of the president. Notable liar, Donald Trump? Yeah. Oh, really? How are those egg prices doing? How's that war in between Russia and Ukraine that was supposed to end on day one within 24 hours? Uh, I don't know. Do you guys think Donald Trump means what he says? Since Trump won a second term in the White House, he has backtracked on several of his earlier statements, including the banning of TikTok and his tariff rollout. No, he says what he means, guys. That sent the stock market into disarray. I mean, that's putting it kindly. Grammer acknowledging that his pro-Trump views might be contentious, Contentious? Uh, contentious. How about racist and fascist and authoritarian, and that supporting Donald Trump makes you a problem and probably an idiot? Because I really think that we've demonstrated and proven on this channel that MAGA equals stupidity equals bigotry. Like, you have to be stupid to be a bigot. You have to be dumb. It's a prerequisite. You can't be an intelligent bigot. Grammer acknowledging that his pro-Trump views might be contentious, asked the outlet to, quote, be kind about the political thing, adding, some people just don't like it. No! You know you're a problem. And you're like, don't be mean to me. Guys, don't be mean to me. I just want other people to suffer. Huh? Can it be contentious when almost half of the voters voted for Trump? Oh, I mean, there's a lot of Trump regret going on, because they've realized that these things are happening to them. But yeah, I think it's contentious. Hey, Jax, I think there's a difference between contentious and unpopular, right? He's saying something contentious. He's not necessarily saying something unpopular. My Unfinished Journey for 2 said he probably does think it's okay to grab him by the ellipses, right? Like, again, does Kelsey Grammer not realize that he's saying out loud that sexual assault is not a deal breaker for him? He likes the guy, likes the way he talks. Just grab him by the pussy. Yeah, okay. What about that time he changed the weather map? What about that one? No? Did we forget about that? What about the people who just died? There was a storm. Was that Georgia? Missouri? I don't know. There was a storm recently. Not only has Donald Trump, and people have died. And one of the main reasons people died is they didn't know there was going to be a storm. Why? Because Donald Trump cut the fucking goddamn weather network. So nobody knew. And he hasn't even mentioned it. It's been days. The number of times I confused John Lithgow with Kelsey Grammer growing up. And I just did it again. That's funny. Talking about what he believes has shaped his political leaning, the actor, whose Frasier reboot was canceled earlier this year, said that he prefers to embrace facts over feelings. My dude, you just said you liked him because of his fucking vibe. That's not a fact. That is only feelings. Guys, I like him because he means what he says, even though he's a lying liar who lies constantly. And don't be mean to me. That is a purely emotional argument. What do you mean? When I was a little boy, I just thought, there's a right and a wrong. This gray area thing doesn't have a lot of value. What? Oh. At least 21 people were killed overnight in Kentucky and Missouri. Oh, it was Kentucky and Missouri. I was close. This gray area thing. We don't need facts, logic, or philosophy, guys. That's not yes, the ramblings. Shall we talk about that for a minute? Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's take a look, shall we, and see this guy who is saying the things that he means. Excuse me, let me get my Donald Trump on. Beautiful, beautiful. this beautiful country, China. Okay, I got my Trump. We must maintain our status as the worldwide leader in Wi-Fi, 5G and 6G, connecting every American to the world's best networks, while also keeping everyone safe. We can do both at the same time. Bottom line, I'm going to free up plenty of spectrum for auction, so Congress must put 100 American Z, in the one big beautiful bill. Let's make sure all options are on the table. Never bet against American ingenuity. Make America great again. You want another one? Joe Biden was not for open borders. He never talked about open borders, where criminals of all kinds, shapes, and sizes can flow into our country at will. It wasn't his idea to open the border and almost destroy our country and cost us hundreds of billions of dollars to get criminals out of our country. And go through the process we are going through now. It was the people that knew he was cognitively impaired and that took over the IOPAN. They stole the presidency of the United States and put us in great danger. This is treason at the highest level. They did it to destroy our country. The Joe Biden that everyone knew and would never allow drug dealers, gang members, and the mentally insane to come into our country totally unchecked and unvetted. All anyone has to do is look up his record. Something very severe should happen to these treasonous thugs that wanted to destroy our country, but couldn't because I came along. Make America great again. Like these facts and not feelings, Kelsey. Is that really you want to see cognitive impairment? Hold on a second. Let me show you Donald Trump fucking walking into a goddamn wall. Like, look at this shit. This is unbelievable, man.
What took place? Let's play it.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Bro just about walked into this fucking wall. I don't think that's good enough. What about this one?
Here, play this clip.
Signing on behalf of the United States, the Honorable Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.
You don't think these ones are bad enough? Well, hold on. They supercut it. They fucking supercut this shit together to just show like a bunch of fucking nonsense. Watch this.
Cognitive test
In the cities that he's in, play this clip.
I think you should take a cognitive test like I did. I took a cognitive test and I aced it. Doc Ronnie Johnson. Does everyone know Ronnie Johnson, congressman from Texas? He was the White House doctor. How good did Elise Stepanek do? You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. Jimmy Connors is good. He's also happy.
Mike Bolton, John Bolton is here.
Mike Bolton, as you know, is in Russia.
And there was progress today. I look forward to solving it.
Thank you, Steve. It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates' fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick. By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything, deleted and destroyed all of it. All of it.
This is unbelievable.
Lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people. We have some of our great business leaders and leaders, period, right behind me. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed.
We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
Yes, please, Mr. Kurd.
Thank you very much for your time.
You know what was interesting? Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done.
And Putin, you know, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word today. You heard that, nuclear.
Thanks for giving your first comments on the bill on this show. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot.
You have a deal. Thanks a lot. Bye. Joe Bright, this guy Just the worst. So will Christian ever run for president against you?
And you heard the prime minister, you heard Netanyahu.
Maybe have Matt Blum speak next because he's been so incredible in so many ways. He fights so hard. He loves his state. He loves the people. Think of it, a new branch of the United States military, United States Armed Forces, called Air Force. I never talked about that. That's something we never talked about. But one.
Called Air Force? Fucking what?
What we just saw, we just left pleasure. And a very big hello to a place where we've done very well, Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. And thank you. So, Sioux City, let me ask you, and the worst president in the history of our country who is cognitively impaired, we would be in World War II very quickly. The worst president in the history of our country will be a fading nightmare. He'll be a fading, I have fading memory.
So,
Motherfucker! Guys, Trump is not okay and has not been okay. Like, what do you mean? Are you serious? When I was a little boy, I just thought, there's a right and a wrong, and this gray area thing doesn't have a lot of value, because I've never changed as I've grown up as an adult or learned anything since I was a child. Holy shit! Like, yeah, no, I'm laughing. We're having a goof about it, but this is the president of the United States in what is clearly, obviously, seriously cognitive decline. Yeah, one of the hallmark signs of early onset Alzheimer's disease is memory loss, which can extend to confusion of recent events and conflating them. Yeah, there is if you watch that whole video, they actually put together this, they took Trump and used him as an example for talking about the dangers of cognitive decline, and they need to go to a doctor and they need to be out of position. But if you want to watch this whole video, this is on the Midas Touch. I mean, feel free to check it out. I thought their edit was good, but holy shit. So, I mean, the problem with Trump is the people who love him haven't ever listened to him speaking. Fox News just tells them he's awesome and they don't know enough. Yeah, they don't actually listen to him talk, right? But I mean, these are people who are claiming they care about facts over feelings. These are people who claim that they just like him for the vibes. Does he mean what he says when he says, oh, well, if we have this guy as a president, we're gonna be in World War II? Getting everybody's name wrong, saying Nancy Pelosi, calling her Nikki Haley, and stuck in a loop of Nikki Haley. He knows he's not supposed to be saying Nikki Haley. He knows he doesn't mean Nikki Haley, but he's stuck repeating it. Unbelievable. Unreal. Fucking facts over feelings, am I right? He continued, quote, I get you have feelings about certain things. Like what? Like the pro-genocide thing that we just talked about? Like this shit? Like the fucking shitty AI video? Like that kind of thing? Or what kind of thing? You mean the moving of money towards the rich with the big beautiful bill? Is that what you mean? You mean selling off the American national parks? Is that what you mean? Certain things? And I want to respect everybody's feelings. Well, that's funny because you seem to be dismissing them up here. But sure. Let's pretend that's true. But, you learn in AA that feelings are not facts. Please tell me, is AA Alcoholics Anonymous? I'm taking a bribe from in the form of a luxury plane. Oh, that thing? Maybe that thing? His whole trip to Saudi Arabia? Maybe that thing? Guys, best president ever. Ignore everything he's saying and doing. Ignore the insane ramblings on social. Trump's the best president. The Trump press secretary got owned by like a 6-year-old. What's with the immigration suddenly being okay? Oh, well, you know, when the migrants aren't white? Yeah, could it be the racism, Kelsey, you think, maybe? And that's where I think we get confused a lot these days, that facts are not feelings. Maybe if you had paid a little bit more attention to that philosophy when you were a little boy, you would understand that feelings and facts are intertwined, and you cannot separate them. They are not definitively different things. They're definitionally different things, they're colloquially different things, but how you feel about something changes and alters the way you intake that information and output information and the way you interpret data. And sometimes, particularly in social studies, feelings are the facts. Grammer previously hit out at the left, saying Trump, quote, is astounding for people who come from the more liberal side of politics. Oh yeah? Why? Facts can inform feelings, feelings can inform facts, cause and effect. They're intertwined. You can't have one without the... In fact, it is incredibly illogical and non-factual to try to pretend that emotions do not play a factor in decision-making and in the interpretation of data. That's actually just really fucking dumb. He said, quote, they just never had anyone to come back at them in the same way. You mean being a lying douchebag? We've witnessed in American politics the same basic language since Ronald Reagan. Project 2025 was a continuation love letter to Ronald Reagan. What are you talking about? I thought you cared about the facts. Did you read Project 2025? The actor told New York Times he is outspoken about his beliefs as, quote, to be anything else would be a problem. No, sometimes you can just keep it to yourself. Like, that's okay. You can do that sometimes. It's called tact. He added, quote, I don't go along with a lot of what is preached in Hollywood. Ronald Reagan, the actor? I love that movie so much. While Grammer is usually open about his political views, he attempted to swerve the subject while being interviewed by the BBC in 2023. Wow, I can't imagine why you might want to swerve the subject when you're being interviewed by the BBC. The actor was asked on BBC Radio 4's Today program if he was still backing Trump, and he briskly said, quote, I am, and I'll let that be the end of it. Oh, really? Did you not say I don't go, to be anything else but outspoken in your beliefs would be a problem? And now you're saying you don't want to talk about it? So you're admitting you're the problem? Why don't you want to talk about it? What's wrong? It's almost like you know what's going on is awful and you're just an asshole. Journalist Justin Webb then revealed that while Grammer was, quote, perfectly happy to go on talking about it, Paramount Plus, who released the Frasier reboot, quote, were less happy that he talked about it at some length. Wow, go figure. Cancel culture strikes again. Oh, very funny. I got a fucking kick out of that. I just thought this was very funny, especially when you like throw in like here's an example, right? So if you're like, okay, well listen, maybe Donald Trump is maybe he's kind of got some cognitive decline, maybe, you know, he's old, maybe his speaking isn't that great, or you want to make some kind of fucking bullshit excuse about this. Here's the guy he's nominating for the IRS.
And so the IRS collects nearly all federal revenue, and that means that behind every road we build, every Social Security check that we pay is the IRS, making sure that everyone pays what the law says they owe. No politics. But Donald Trump has a different idea. He wants to use the IRS to punish his enemies. On May 2nd, Trump said, quote, "We are going to be taking away Harvard's tax-exempt status." Harvard wouldn't cave in to other demands Trump made, so Trump said he would hurt them using the IRS. Now, this is about more than Harvard. It is a threat to anyone who might displease the president, including the people or organizations that can't afford to have expensive legal battle if Trump sets the IRS on them. So, Mr. Long, when you and I met, I asked you whether it was illegal for the president to tell the IRS to revoke a taxpayer's nonprofit status. And you said in our meeting that you weren't sure, but you would take a look and consult with lawyers. I sent you the statute. You've had 3 weeks to talk to the lawyers about it. So let's jump in. Mr. Long, is it illegal for the president to direct the IRS to revoke a taxpayer's nonprofit status?
This guy, the Honorable, which needs to be stricken from this title card, obviously. Billy Long over here is about to explain. This is Trump's guy. This is Trump's pick for the IRS, right? This is Trump and his team. So you're not just relying on Trump's obvious cognitive decline. This is the guy. This is the upfront, true, American first fucking frontliners, right? They're gonna have this on lock, right? They're gonna be transparent. They're gonna be clear. They're gonna know exactly what they're doing, right?
In the first place, he wouldn't do that. He's not going to come to me and say that.
That's not my question, Mr. Long.
He said that out loud in areas that it's recorded for everyone to see. But yeah, she's right. Not the question.
Please don't start down this.
Are we on section 7212 or 7217?
I'm at 26 U.S.C. 7217. Do I need to read it to you?
Prohibits any member of the executive branch to request the IRS to conduct or terminate an audit on a taxpayer.
All righty. So is it illegal?
I'm going to follow the law, and if that's the law, yes.
Okay, but I want you, that is the law.
Yeah.
So I just want to be clear. Is it illegal for the President of the United States to instruct the IRS to remove a taxpayer's nonprofit status?
Prohibits any member of the executive branch to request the IRS to conduct or terminate an audit of the taxpayer.
Is that a yes?
I'd have to go to the lawyers at the IRS to tell me.
No, come on. You just read it.
I know, but I don't see the instance that you're speaking about in there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see.
You're wrong. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Look, it says it shall be unlawful for any applicable person, which in this case includes the president, to request directly or indirectly any officer or employee of the Internal Revenue Service to conduct or terminate an audit or other investigation of any particular taxpayer.
So what's hard about that? What is hard about that? Any taxpayer would include corporations, organizations, and individuals. The executive branch is anybody who's part of the presidential team, including the president. And the IRS is not allowed to be directed. It is unlawful for the president and his team to direct the IRS to do shit. The IRS does its own job. What are you doing? So how does he answer this? How do you think?
Is it illegal for the president to instruct the IRS to remove nonprofit status from a taxpayer?
I'm not going to have the answer that you need, and I apologize, but like I said.
Why are you not having the answer? You've had 3 weeks to consult with lawyers. The statute is about as clear as plain English.
Well, if I say I'm going to follow the law, why would you need to ask me the question?
Well, because I want to make sure that you understand what the law says.
That's actually a really good answer from her. Because I want to know if you understand what this says. You're saying you're going to follow the law, and then you're not going to. And you're going to say, I didn't know that's what that meant. The same way that they're doing it with Garcia. Garcia's still gone. They're still in contempt of court. Like, that's still happening. That is an ongoing issue. This administration in America has broken the Constitution and broken laws fucking left, right, and center. Like, this is his bumbling ass fucking, like, IRS pick. This is the Trump people. This is the best your best president has to offer as he fucking walks into a wall and doesn't know anyone's name anymore.
Nonprofit status from a taxpayer.
I'm not going to have the answer that you need, and I apologize, but like I said.
Why are you not having the answer? You've had 3 weeks to consult with lawyers. The statute is about as clear as plain English.
Well, if I say I'm going to follow the law, why would you need to ask me the question?
Well, because I want to make sure that you understand what the law says. If you think follow the law means you just get to make it up on the spot, then, Bud, you don't get to be the IRS commissioner.
I said I would.
The point here is to follow the law as it is written. And I'm asking what I think is a pretty simple question. Can the President of the United States legally tell the IRS to change someone's nonprofit status?
I'm not able to answer.
I don't know how to read this thing that is in front of me that has years of precedent. Years of precedent. Not like, what, this isn't new. This isn't a new law that they just plop down fucking in front of him. This is like the main fucking rules of the main fucking shit of this guy's main fucking job that he's been picked by Donald Trump to do.
You can't read these words and tell what those words say.
I can read the statute, and I did.
All right, then tell me what they mean. What does it mean to say that a person, an applicable person here, that's the president, right?
Yes.
All right. Cannot directly or indirectly, right, tell any officer or employee, that would be you, of the Internal Revenue Service to conduct or terminate an audit or other investigation of any particular taxpayer. What part do you not understand here?
It seems to be a nonprofit. I don't see exactly what it refers to.
Any taxpayer.
No, what? What the actual fuck? How stupid do you have to pretend to be? Do you guys believe this guy is actually that fucking dumb? Or do you think that he's trying to dodge out and not say anything because he knows that they're not gonna follow the fucking law? How is he not a DEI hire? Brother, she's gotta talk to him like he's 3. It's like pulling teeth. I've had conversations like this with people. It is painful. It is painful. And it's because they're being obstinate. He's being a dipshit on purpose. Like, you have to be he doesn't want to admit that that's exactly what the fucking law says. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ.
start an investigation of any
If it's illegal,
taxpayer
I'm not
for
going to allow it to
any
happen in my
reason.
IRS.
Is it illegal? That's
In my IRS, but if it's illegal, but I'm too dumb to be able to tell if something's illegal or not if I read the law. If you can't read the law and don't know the rules in the IRS, why would anybody want to put you in charge of something you clearly don't understand? What the fuck?
And you will
I
be
wanna make
friends
sure you
then.
can
I
read
want to be
this
your friend
statute.
anyway, but we will be on the same page. I'm going to follow the law, and if that's point blank
What do
the
you
law,
understand the law to be saying about the president telling the IRS in his dealings with any particular taxpayer? What do you understand this law to be saying?
I think it sounds like it's saying what you're saying, but I don't. I've got a little bit of the section here, and I talked to an attorney that used to be at the IRS and now going to maybe be back at the IRS, and I'm sorry if I don't have the answer.
What, you mean the lawyers told you they couldn't understand this?
The what?
The lawyers told you they couldn't understand this?
I didn't say that.
Well, then tell me, what part do you not understand? It's
Bro, you just admitted that you talked to lawyers about this thing that you're like, I'd have to talk to my lawyers to know. What the actual fuck? These people are unfucking guys. Facts and feelings. Facts and feelings. What's a gray area? Don't be kind about the political thing. No, fuck you. People are being deported. People are being fucking kidnapped by the fucking government, and you're like, can you have feelings about certain things? But my feelings are actually facts. Blah blah. Ronald Reagan. Blah blah blah. You're a fucking joke, dude. Super fuck you. Why should anybody be nice to you when you're totally fine with backing somebody who is destroying people's lives and fucking putting people like this fucking forward, who are gonna, like, purposefully going and this obvious fucking cognitive decline over here, fucking Ronnie Jackson. He got his vice president's name wrong. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm playing it again. Fuck you.
Dr. Oz, we've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. Jimmy Connors is
JP Mandel? Gee, you didn't even get the prior president Jimmy Carter's name correct? He thinks we're going into World War II. He can't get fucking Nancy Pelosi, Matt Gaetz. These are people who work for him. How do we know that this is even the right Billy Long and he didn't actually want somebody named Jerry Stevens? We don't! We can't make that assumption. The old guy's the back is face palming. Yeah, I know, right? Fucking Christ. Unbelievable. Actually unreal. Holy shit. I don't know how this man wasn't just fucking thrown out. Like, I don't know, how would you, like, I feel like if I was sitting there in a senator, I'd be like, leave. Leave. This is a joke. Get out. You know, get out. This hearing is over. Be gone! Thought? Oh, the what court order and deported 7 people to South Sudan? Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Somebody posted this today in the Discord, and I thought I would share with you because it made me really uncomfortable, and I hate it. Stop. Stop this. Cease this nonsense. This causes me pain. And I have one more thing to talk about in relation to all this is this Golden Dome shit. This stupid-ass fucking Golden Dome nonsense. What the fuck? Okay, so fucking the lying liar who lies, Donald Trump, said that Canada wants to join the Golden Dome missile defense program. Hey, Kelsey! You said he says what he means, right? Right? It's great to have somebody who actually means what they say? Oh, you mean like this fucking Canada wants to join the Golden Dome missile defense? No, we fucking don't. We never fucking said that, you fucking psychos. What is wrong with you people? Canada wants to join Golden Dome missile defense program, Trump says. Ottawa confirms it's talking to United States about major multi-year program. Donald Trump says Canada asked to join the missile defense program his administration is building, adding a new chapter to a long-running cross-border saga. The U.S. president dropped that news in the Oval Office on Tuesday that he unveiled in the initial plans for a 3-year, $175 billion U.S. project to build a multi-purpose missile shield he called the Golden Dome. Like, are we fucking serious? Is this for real? Like, what the... Quote, Canada has called us and they want to be part of it, said Trump. They want to hook in and they want to be part of it. Canada will pay its fair share, he added. We'll work with them on pricing. Ottawa confirmed it's talking to the United States about this, but added a caveat. In a statement, the federal government cast missile defense discussions as unresolved and as a part of overall trade and security negotiations Prime Minister Carney is having with Trump. Wow, you mean he fucking lied? Whoa. But Kelsey Grammer told us that he likes Trump because he's somebody who says what they actually mean. Hey, remember that time that Donald Trump looked at the sun during a solar eclipse and told everybody to drink bleach and inject bleach into their brains? You guys remember that shit? No? Did we forget about that? Best president ever. Yeah, for the rest of the world. You guys are cooked. Absolutely fucking cooked. This is just Thunderdome on crack. What this means is still extremely murky. It is unclear what exactly Canada would contribute, what its responsibilities include, what it would pay, and how different this arrangement would be from what Canada already does under the Canada and US NORAD system. But it's almost like it's because he made it the fuck up. Refused to join. Canada has long participated in tracking North American skies through NORAD and feeds that data into the United States Missile Defense Program. But Canada never officially joined the U.S. Missile Program, which was a source of controversy in Ottawa in the early 2000s when Prime Minister Paul Martin's government refused to join. That previous refusal means Canadians can monitor the skies but not participate in any decision about when to launch a hypothetical strike against incoming objects. New developments have forced the long-dormant issue back onto the agenda. For starters, the United States is creating a new system to track various types of missiles, one more sophisticated and multi-layered than Israel's Iron Dome, intended to detect intercontinental, hypersonic, and short-range cruise weapons. And this happens to be occurring as Canada's sensors in the Arctic are aging out of use. Canada has committed to refurbishing those sensors, through Australia. Specifically. But listen to this. Listen to this fucking rambling, incoherent nonsense.
In the campaign, I promised the American people that I would build a cutting-edge missile defense shield to protect our homeland from the threat of foreign missile attack. And that's what we're doing. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors.
Who do you think wrote that for him?
And Canada has called us and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking.
See, he goes off script and he just starts rambling. He's reading a script and then he just fucking loses the plot.
And that's what we're doing. Today I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors.
Space-based sensors, guys. Space. You know, space. As opposed to just regular space.
And interceptors. And Canada has called us and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking to them. They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. And as I said, we'll be discussing Canada. They want to hook in and they want to see if they can be a part of it. That sort of makes sense. I guess that's what I was talking about from day one. You know, it just automatically makes sense, and it won't be very difficult to do. But they'll pay their fair share.
He's harkening back to his 51st state thing. Side note, did you notice that he said that like they would be really easy to add because of like how small Canada is? Yeah. Canada, notoriously small country. Not a lot of land there. not a whole ton going on. We already have that. It's called 1 million military bases. Well, you know. Rumblings of Canada's interest started months ago. Yeah, anyway, I wanted to jump over to this. Musk's SpaceX is frontrunner to build Trump's Golden Dome missile shield. SpaceX Group is pitching the Pentagon on a pitching the Pentagon on a subscription model for missile defense. In before Mark Carney is called Mark Canada. Population is small relative to the size of the landmass. Well, yeah, but what do you think you're protecting when you protect an entire country from missiles? The whole landmass. Elon Musk, SpaceX, and two partners have emerged as frontrunners to win a crucial part of Donald Trump's Golden Dome missile defense shield, 6 people familiar with the matter said. Musk's rocket and satellite companies, that are notoriously fucking terrible at what they do, is partnering with the software maker Palantir, which is, we should talk about Palantir one day, because it's pretty fucking crazy, and the drone builder Anduril? On a bid to build key parts of Golden Dome, the sources said, which has drawn significant interest from the technology sector's burgeoning base of defense startups. In his 27 January executive order, Trump cited a missile attack as, quote, the most catastrophic threat facing the United States. Clearly, the man hasn't seen a mirror recently. All 3 companies were founded by entrepreneurs who have been major political supporters of Trump. Shocking. Musk has donated more than $250,000 to help elect Trump and now serves as a special advisor to the president working to cut government, Doge, whatever. Despite the Pentagon's positive signal to the SpaceX group, some sources stress the decision process for Trump's Golden Dome was in its early stages. Its ultimate structure and who is selected to work on it could change dramatically in the coming months. 3 companies met with top officials in the Trump administration and the Pentagon in recent weeks to pitch their plan, which would build and launch 400 to more than 1,000 satellites circling the globe to sense missiles and to track their movement. Hey, are they gonna get, like, you think America is gonna, like, bother asking anyone else about putting fucking space junk into everyone's sky? No, there's only America and not America. Nobody cares about not America, right? Star Wars? Yeah, I see a couple people talking about that this is a Star Wars prequel or movie pitch. The sword and the spying orb? Yeah, really, like, is anybody gonna trust that this is not, like, gonna be taking fucking... Right? Are those companies named after Lord of the Rings references? I think so. Yeah. Strictly speaking, space is international waters. Right. A separate fleet of 200 attack satellites armed with missiles or lasers. Oh my god, space lasers! Guys, it's the... You can't. No! It's too funny. Would then bring enemy missiles down, 3 of the sources said. The SpaceX group was not expected to be involved in the weaponization of satellites, these sources said. One of the sources familiar with the talks described them as, quote, a departure from the usual acquisition process. There's an attitude that the national security and defense community has been has to be sensitive and differential to Elon Musk because of his role in the government. Oh. SpaceX and Musk, oh, so sensitive, so fragile. Poor Elon. got bullied, guys. Don't be mean to him. He's just responsible for the unnecessary killing of hundreds of thousands of people, guys. Don't be mean. Didn't you hear what Kelsey Grammer said? Don't be mean. Don't be mean about the politics thing, guys. Guys, don't be mean. Come on, be kind about the politics thing. God. SpaceX and Musk have declined to comment on whether Musk is involved in any of the discussions or negotiations involving federal contracts with his business. The Pentagon did not respond to detailed questions from Reuters, only saying it will deliver, quote, options to the president for his decision in line with the executive order and in alignment with White House guidance and timelines. The White House, SpaceX, the big beautiful bill, Palantir, and Anduril also did not respond to questions. Very transparent of them. For their taxpayer dollars, of course, that they're using to do this. In an unusual twist, SpaceX has proposed setting up its role in Golden Dome as a subscription service in which the government would pay for access to technology rather than own the system outright. Do you have any idea how fucking insane that is? The subscription model, which has not been previously reported, could skirt some Pentagon procedural protocols, allowing the system to be rolled out faster, the two sources said. While the approach would not violate any rules, the government may then be locked into a subscription and lose control over its ongoing development and pricing. Some Pentagon officials have expressed concerns internally about relying on the subscription-based model for any part of the Golden Dome. Two sources told Reuters such an arrangement would be unusual for such a large and critical defense program. Oh, they expressed some concerns, and it would be unusual. By unusual, you mean fucking insane? And you're expressing of concern should be screaming obscenities about how offensive this proposal even is in the first place? What in the fuck? That is actually fucking insane. That is like, what a fucking crackhead. Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, you remember when Donald Trump called Tesla Tesla? Oh my god, America, what are you doing? You don't need to do this. Kelsey Grammer, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing everybody. Good god. Okay, guys, I got a movie proposal. I've got a movie proposal for you guys. You tell me what you think of this. Hear me out. You know the movie Independence Day? Do Independence Day, but do it with Donald Trump being the president, and you could probably get Donald Trump to come and play the role. You could probably just call him on his golden phone with his golden thing, with his golden chair and his golden desk and his flakes of skin he puts off and licks and puts in a box because he loves gold. You totally could. You could totally convince Donald Trump to actually show up and play that role too, and just rewrite the script. Donald Trump is too stupid to know what the movie's about. You just get him show up, film his fucking shit, send him home, and then put the rest of the movie together. You could probably call Will Smith back if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't. It would be really funny. It would be real. Come on, that'd be a good movie, right? Like, come on. Come with me on this journey. It would be a great time. Anyway. That's all I had for today. This shit's stupid. This shit's insane. I don't know. I have yet to hear an actual reasoned argument as to why that isn't just vibes and feelings as to why people like Donald Trump. It seems to be that they just like the vibe of a racist, stupid asshole. Like, okay, so Kelsey Grammer likes a racist, stupid asshole, and he vibes with that. And sexual assaulter, buddies. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's cool with Nazis. You remember that time? There are good people on both sides with the Charlottesville Nazi attack? That one? No. We forget about that. I really hope that there's somebody somewhere that has made a list of all the fucking insane shit that Trump has done, because I would love to, go through it. I would love to go through that and just be like, oh my fucking god, with, properly fucking archived shit. Right? But this is why you get people like fucking Vic Mignogna, people like fucking Kelsey Grammer, people like fucking Kevin Sorbo, people like all these fucking, what's his face? Fucking Jordan Peterson, fucking, Russell Brand, who finally got charged for all the fucking crazy shit he's been doing. Andrew Tate, right? All these fucking losers and idiots. These people are fucking stupid, man. They're fucking dumb, guys. They're just fucking stupid. They're just fucking stupid. It's not that deep. Anyway, thanks for joining. I'm gonna get out of here. That was, fucking been here for an hour. It's fucking stupid ass fucking Gaza video. Jesus Christ. Disappointing! I will take this moment to remind everybody to not go to cameo.com/ksorbs and definitely do not pay that man to read out his own insane tweets. Please do not do that, and definitely don't send them to me. Yeah, he's been a Trumper forever. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, fuck off with your golden dog. They really think that fucking Canada's gonna fucking play game with this? No, if we weren't playing game with the other one that was probably more reasonable, what makes you think we're gonna play game with a Elon Musk subscription-based golden Trump dome? We don't want fucking Trump's balls over our head. Fuck off. Of course he cried about Holly. They always do that. They're all just bitch babies. They're all just bitch babies who feel like they're entitled to shit that nobody fucking promised them, that they just made up on their own. They fucking made it up, and they're throwing a hissy fit about it because they're fucking the worst. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow on Debate Hub Official. We're going to be talking to Sly Sparkane, and he's going to be talking to us about his deconversion. I believe he went from Christian to atheist, and he's going to tell us about that a little bit. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, join us over there. As well as we will be live talking to Gio about what actually is fascism. And on Friday, I'll be live here with Manya for a Dumb Fuck Friday. So if you're interested, please come by. Like, sub, share, all that good shit. Also, by the way, fuck Netanyahu. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
This guy is unfucking believable.